There we go. So, okay, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this game, but this is a really good depth building roguelike. Now, personally, I've never heard of anything like this before until I watched NL, and NL is Northern Lion. You should check him out on YouTube and Twitch whenever you get a chance to. He is a god of commentary. But I've never heard of a game like this before until I watched him play through the game once or twice. And that was literally all it took to get me into this game. My first time streaming this, I made the mistake like constantly of calling the energy, which is just called energy, mana, because for the longest time I played, what was it? Not Magic the Gathering, I think that's just called lands. Spent the longest time playing Hearthstone. Transform a card, obtain 3 potions, obtain a rare card. Obtain a potion. So this well right here, if you're not familiar with the game, this well is named Niao. Niao is a 3-eyed well, well 6-eyed well because you only see one side of him. But he's very holy, as you can see. He really just, if you make it to a boss, at least one boss, doesn't matter if it's the first floor, second floor, as far as I know, there's only 3 floors. But that's only because I've only made it to 3 floors. But as long as you make it to a boss, he'll bless you on your next run. Not all the blessings look like blessings, but you can spend them in some way. So what I tend to do when I start up a game is look and see which path I would like to take. Right now, the only ones that can lead me to treasure are these 3. Well, actually this one too, because it converges right here. But I could easily go off and end up finding an elite and just skipping the treasure completely. Which I don't want to do that. Treasure is pretty nice, as you might guess. So I'm going to start off here. Actually, no, since this might be your first introduction into the game, I'll actually go here, since it has the most, like, diversity. So let's start. Alright, this is a thief. Thieves, as you can read right here, they will steal gold from you every time they attack. So, and it doesn't matter if you defend it or not. Neutralize applies 1 weak and deals 3 damage. What weak does is take off an amount of damage that they can do, as you see there. Now, in the beginning of the game, it is relatively slow because, for the most part, the only thing you want to do is just avoid taking any unnecessary damage. So I would basically play defensive for the majority of the time. And in my turn. 1 second. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. He's planning on dealing 10 damage. As you can see, my status effect that I dealt to him on last turn wore off because it was only a 1-turn status effect. Alright, I can defend all this damage. 2. And deal more damage. Now, what he's going to do that I really hate that they do is, I think he might do it after this turn, I'm not actually sure, but he's going to start planning to defend himself, as he's doing now. Now, there's no way for me to defeat him. I can deal 18 damage to him right now, but there's no way I'm going to be able to deal much damage to him. I'm going to need to next turn, because he's going to defend himself and then run away after he finds his smoke bomb. So basically, I just got robbed. I just got robbed, and, well, granted, there is something that I could have done. Right here in the center, I have potions. I have a strength potion in the center of these, which would have given me 2 strength. If I had to use that then, I would have done 8 damage per hit. And I would definitely be able to kill him right now. But right now I will have to do 21 damage, and there's no way I can do that right now. Even with the buffs. Just did as much damage as I can to him and hope they learn his lesson. Oh wait, never mind, I have an explosive potion. Well, gold isn't extremely important, but it can still be extremely useful if you come across the right shop. So I like to keep as much as I can. And one explosive potion isn't, you know, gonna break me. So, alright, so I'm gonna try to get the same build that I had last time. It was insanely godly. Dagger throw. Deal 9 damage, draw 1 card, discard 1 card. That might sound bad right now, but there are a few cards that you can get to synergize with this that will make this card insanely overpowered. Hopefully I can get it again. Now, the aim of the game is basically to build a deck that can function off of itself extremely quickly. With this character, I find it's easier to... Oh wait, upgrade a card. Before you lies an elaborate shrine of a forgotten spirit. Upgrade a card. Now, I'm not going to upgrade any of my basic cards. The basic cards is just my defend and strikes. And for the most part, once you start getting better cards like dagger throw and stuff like that, what I did last time was discard like I think 3 of these and 1 of these. No, 3 of these and 2 of these. I discarded 5 cards. And you either have to pay for it to come across a shrine or some type of unknown that allows you to do it without paying anything. There are a few ways to discard cards, but it's never free. Well, it's rarely ever free. I'm going to upgrade dagger throw. Deal 12 damage, draw 1 card. That's just strictly better. Actually, let me look at Survivor first. 11 block. Right now in early game, I don't really need to worry about block. I need to worry more so about damage. I should have read that. I apologize about that, but you know, you live and you learn. Alright, this is a slaver. He has the ability to attack me and also apply a debuff at the same time. He doesn't have any green smoke going across his sword right now, so that means that he's not going to apply any effect, but he is going to deal a massive amount of damage. Unless I do that. But I still have to spend this entire turn basically defending. I could have done a lot more damage to him if it wasn't for the fact that I had to, you know, spend 2 energy to defend him. But, and this is the early game. It is a bit slow. I would not blame you whatsoever if you wanted to tune out right now. Though, I would appreciate it if you didn't. It's a cardinal sin of any entertainer to tell somebody to turn away from your program. Program. That's going to happen a lot, by the way. Me mixing up my words. See, there you go. He weakened me. So what weakening does is well, you can see it right here. It takes the amount of damage that any attack card does. There are a lot of status effects that can be applied to you, and there are a lot of buffs that enemies can have for themselves. Some of the buffs that they can have for themselves can also end up being I think I'm gonna worry about defending here. Can also end up being cards that you could have. Some of them can end up being powers, which powers are a one-use card that stays on you predominantly throughout the entirety of that encounter. And some of them can be exhaust cards, which you can use once, get that effect once, and then that card is gone out of your deck. It no longer goes into the discard pile, which eventually shuffles back into your hand. 16. Yeah. Worry more so about defense. I'm going to take 2 damage, which sucks, but there's not really much I can do to avoid that. Plus, I have a regen potion, which means that I can regen at a maximum 15 HP from 1 fight if I play my cards right. He's dead. Masterful Strike. Outmaneuver. There's never a time where I see this card that I will take it, that I will not take it. Even though Skewer is really good, like, spend all of your energy to deal 7 damage, and what X is the amount of energy that you have, you take all that energy and deal 7 damage that amount of times. That's really good, especially upgraded, because it becomes a 10 damage, and you can deal, you know, with this character, a shit ton of damage. But I'm going to take Outmaneuver because I like having mana. Now, last turn, or last run through this, I had, I think it was a relic that allowed me to start off with 4 mana. Because I started off with 4 mana, my baseline was 4, which meant that everything that I had was basically, like, just that much better. It's going to deal 11 damage. Let's see. It's Survivor. Get rid of Strike, because I'm not planning on using it. Outmaneuver. Though I hate to get rid of Dagger Throw, there's no real reason for me to use it right now. It's going to come back. So he's not going to deal any damage to me, but sadly I'm not going to deal any damage to him also. Okay, so this turn would be a great turn to have the exact hand I just had, but really all I can do now is deal 9 damage. And honestly, if I wanted to, I could drink this potion, which will give me +2 strength and will turn this to 8 damage, and that one would have been a 5 damage, but It's not really that important right now. I'm getting a defense out of my hand right now so I can... Oh! What did I use that gave me an extra amount of... Huh, I'm actually not sure. Oh yeah, it was outmaneuver. God, they just love bugging me. Gonna take a bit of unnecessary damage, but once again, I'm not too worried about it. I can always rest at the fireplace if I'm not comfortable with the amount of HP that I have. Now, in this game, in order to get stronger, you mainly want to focus on fighting enemies. And once again, I will say that this character, the build that I had last time was insanely powerful for the simple fact that I had a relic that would let me, no matter how much, if I had a lot of energy and I spent all my cards like I'm doing now, it will automatically pull one from my draw pile. Even if my draw pile was empty, it would refill it and then pull one. Then I also had like 2 0-cost cards that let me deal damage and then draw more cards. And then I had a relic and a card that also added more on defense. Then I had a relic that whenever I discarded a card, it would add defense. Then I had like 3 cards that let me discard a card, which meant that I would get the defense from those cards or the attack from those cards. Then I would get the defense from the relic, which would basically make me God. But I actually ended up dying because the creatures on floor 3 are no joke. Like, if you take the same path I did, I would only say pay a lot of attention, because I could have survived that, and honestly I would have if it wasn't for the simple fact that I just, let my mind slip. It's no fault of anybody except my own, and once again I say you live and you learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow, live and learn. Throughout the words of yesterday. Alright, he spent on dealing 17 damage. Could I kill him? I believe I could. Yeah, I can definitely kill him. It doesn't matter. And he is now dead. He's a deceased worm. This card, oh god. Oh no. This is actually really hard to choose from. All of these cards were in my last build and they all were insane. Like this right here applies 99 vulnerable. Now that doesn't stack 99 times because it means that for 99 turns, the enemy will take 50% damage. Unless of course you find a champion, which means when he gets to low HP, he's just gonna negate all of your effects that you applied to him, including poison. I'm gonna take Flying Knee because I like having mana, or energy, excuse me. Now this is really bad. There's a decent enough chance that I could die here. I don't remember what he does, but you want to get rid of these guys because they will constantly bag you down. He's gonna do 3 damage. See, dagger throw. He's dead now. Should I focus on defense or offense? Defense, but I'm not gonna focus too hard on it. I'm gonna take damage, which is bad, but once again, I can always heal at a campfire. Though I would much rather upgrade a card. I believe I have cards that I would like to have upgraded. Let me check. Actually, no. I would rather outmaneuver. I would much rather have 3 mana, because once you upgrade this, it's the same energy cost, but it gives you 3 energy next turn instead of 2. Okay. Still enemy turn. Oh, they were nice enough to wait for me to check my bag. That's really kind of them, I guess. If only they would leave me the hell alone. Well, this turn basically plays itself. I'm going to focus the one who has the least amount of HP. Oh, no. Oh, they have Enrage. Which probably means I should think about this, but I'm not. Because they're still not going to do 15 damage. And they're going to do exactly 10, but I don't really have a reason not to play this, so. This little fuck nugget right here, I probably should have just focused him, even though he has 22 HP. He's only 1 more than what he has. And the quicker he dies, the better, because he's going to do a shit ton of damage. Every time he charges up, he gets like, yep, there it is, 25. And I cannot block all that. Let's see, discard a card. defend. And yeah, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck real bad. Energize. Gain 1. Oh yeah. So luckily, I'm not too worried about this. I mean, I am. I hate this, but it's not going to be too bad. As long as I survive long enough to make it to the boss, and then I can kill the boss, I heal going to the next floor. Like, full heal. So, let's start off by, since I don't have any poison and he's not dead, start off by killing him. Make sure he doesn't get the chance to make it to that insanely powerful state again. Get rid of this. And I got pretty lucky. That was a 0-cost card I drew right there. I'm gonna take no damage. Now I think he always charges up twice, which gave me a bit of a leeway to, get enough to kill him. And with my hand being predominantly skill cards or defensive cards, I believe that I can go without taking damage from him. Yeah, 7 HP. Strike and then use a 0-cost. Defend myself and outmaneuver. So next turn I can do a lot more. Like, I'm hoping that I don't get a handful of defensive cards again, because that's how it works mainly, but whatever, No, I'm not dead yet. Hey, can you not hear me? That's how. No, I'm not dead. I'm sucking right now, but I'm not dead. I'll live. Flying knee to give me more energy next turn, and a strike. And oh yeah, he has enrage. So what enrage does is that what is it? No, it's angry. Whenever Mad Gremlin takes attack damage, it gains 1 strength, and he's dead now. So I hate that the only way to wait. Never mind. I'll worry about it later. I'll look it up. So this card is also really good. Malice. I didn't actually get the chance to use it, but I had it in my deck, and if I had used it, there's a chance I might have lived, but I highly doubt it. But Slice, deal 5 damage. That's not the card I'm thinking of. It's actually a low value card. Like, believe it or not, that's a really low value card. So out of all of these, I would probably take another outmaneuver. The more of these I have in my hand, the better I feel, basically. So now I have no choice but the rest. Even though I would really, really love to be able to upgrade outmaneuver, one of them at least. So now I'm at the shop. This is a shopkeep, the Happy Mask Salesman. It's not his actual name, Nintendo would sue, but I like him. He always says haha, and I enjoy that. It's a nice jaunty fellow. Oh my god, footwork. And it's 2 dexterity. Dexterity improves block. And since it adds +2, it's gonna give +2 to every block card that you have. I'm definitely taking that. And I have a chance to get poison. I would never pass that up. Leg sweep is also really good because it applies 2 weak and you gain 12 block, but I didn't see it. That's literally the only reason I didn't use it, is because I didn't see it. Spore Cloud. I don't remember that ever being a start, a buff that they could have from the very beginning. But I guess it is. They're gonna do 12 damage. I want to play 2 outmaneuvers, but there's really no real reason to. Yeah, I'm just gonna take 2 damage. My cards are gonna shuffle back into my hand eventually anyway, so I have the chance to take up for that. Alright, so let's play this. Dagger throw. I'm on the lowest amount of HP. If I had to get rid of anything, it would probably be this. So I don't have anything defending me right now. I'm not gonna use that just yet. Use you, then you, which killed him, made me vulnerable, but play this for no reason. No real reason, actually. In my turn. I'm guessing that Jay Coops has disappeared. Thank you anyway for showing up, and I think that was you that followed me, so thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Even though you can't actually hear me say it. I'll just say it back in the chat because I know you're going to be there. I'm basically talking to myself right now because I don't think that the one viewer that I have is like actually viewing. It might be a bot or something. If you are a person, I would appreciate it if you would just say something in the chat. But you don't have to. Don't feel any pressure or anything. He's planning on doing 13 damage. Oh. How about we block 14 then? The extra dexterity comes in handy. Almost immediately. Actually, isn't gonna deal 15? Since I'm vulnerable? No, it doesn't apply to my block. Okay. So he's only planning on dealing 9 damage, but I cannot block it at all. But I can kill him, so it doesn't matter. I was about to do something. Actually, just show how poison works. Let's apply 4 of it. And watch him suffer, basically. Am I a sadist? Maybe. But I'm a lovable one. I like to think so anyway. Backstab, innate, deal 12 damage. Innate and exhaust. And what innate means is that, well, you can see it right there. You start each combat with a scar in your hand. But I'm not sure if I would take that over Piercing Wail. Actually, all 3 of these are relatively good cards. But I believe I'm going to go with Backstab. Now, let's see. Up ahead. One this way would make me face an elite, and I bet it would be the Gremlin Knob, so I'm gonna go with it this way. For the simple fact that the more typically the more dangerous it is to use chest, the better it is. Upon picking up, upgrade 2 random attacks, neutralize and strike. There are upgrades. They're not great, but they are upgrades. If I wanted to upgrade something, it would probably be outmaneuver. What would Backstab look like upgraded? 16 damage. That's pretty nice. And since it's innate, having 16 damage right off the bat would be pretty good. Normally I would rest, but since I can just heal already. Okay, I love these 3 because they only give you good stuff. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go. I require a change to see a new space. If you wish to pass me, then you must grow. So what it basically means is, as you see right here, remove a card in your deck, transform a card in your deck, or upgrade a card in your deck. Honestly, I think I would upgrade. It is good to remove basic cards from your deck. Actually, let me check and see. Like, removing these 3 or 4 would be pretty good. But I only get to remove 1 anyway. Huh. This is actually pretty good. Think about it. What would I like to do? I think if I were to remove anything, it would probably be 1 strike because early game defense is really necessary. Or I could upgrade a card. What would I upgrade? Honestly, outmaneuver. But do I want to upgrade outmaneuver more than I want to remove a strike? I believe the answer to that is yes. So let's upgrade outmaneuver. Now, fighting regular enemies like this gives you cards at the end of your I mean, it's at 16. Let's take out the one who's going to deal a lot of damage. That's really nice. This isn't the upgraded one, sadly. Footwork, and I guess right now I just block. Footwork is a beautiful power. If I can upgrade that and make it innate, I would have done it, but I think it just makes it a 0 cost. He's going to grow with me. He's going to strengthen himself. And oh, let's apply 4 poison. Strike. And how much? Oh, okay. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to kill him. Though I possibly could have. Yeah, I could have if I had used this potion, but I didn't really feel like wasting it. Not for these guys. Still relatively early on. I'm not going to take 5 damage. I can just ignore him now, and he was going to attack anyway. So let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and deal 12 damage to him. He's dead. And it doesn't really matter what I do right now. Get rid of the basic strike. Now, there's a card called Tools of the Trade that is, at first when I came across it, I was like, why would I ever use this? But once I actually used it, I saw that I got to draw a card and then discard a card that I didn't need for that turn. It was just so perfect. Deflect, that is also a low value card. Heal Hook, deal 5 damage to the enemy's weak, gain 1 energy, draw 1 card. That's really good. But I do like having my poison. I'm going to fight an elite. I forgot I was going to fight an elite. That's going to be when I use these. So I deal 16 damage. I can get rid of him. Right off the get-go. You get to go. Alright, since he's not gonna attack me this turn, let me do this, because if I get outmaneuvered from this, I'm just gonna be the happiest boy. I'm not the happiest boy, but there's nothing bad about this. I still get extra mana or energy. Incantation. My power is unmatched. My power has been matched. Sorry, I love this guy. Have I not poisoned him yet? I guess not. Well, let's neutralize him firstly. So originally, if he had attacked me, he would only do 3 damage because this ritual gains 3 strength at the end of every turn. And let's see. Let's add this poison. Still 6 more damage, and let's block all of his attacks. Well, all of his damage anyway. So this guy is gonna die, and also poison and like things that auto attack enemies can backfire, because on the 3rd floor there are enemies that will do a stupid amount of damage to you upon death, especially if you don't kill them fast enough. And they didn't wreck me, but they damn sure did damage. There's also all status cards in your hand. I honestly think I want to block more. Bane is a good card. Prepared is a good card. There's cards that do what this does better, and this card just didn't work for me. I'm gonna take Bane since I have poison right now. Let's hope that this works out on this elite. It is this guy. So what's gonna happen here is once I deal 8 damage to him and then actually strike him, he's gonna wake up. He's gonna be stunned. Neutralize isn't needed to be used right now, but the 2 weak is pretty nice, and there's no reason not to use it really. This is 0 cost. There was a cost associated with it, there would be absolutely a reason not to use it. And then do this for 16 damage. Because why not use it right now? See, he's stunned, so he's not doing anything this turn, but he's planning on dealing 13 damage this time. So what it really comes down to is, do I want to deal damage more than I want to block? Actually, fighting against him, I should have done this at the very beginning. Actually, let's attack him. Because I can just drink this. No! I didn't notice I had more energy. That's my bad. Also, ignore that noise. Also, I think I'm recording this for YouTube too, so yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. Hi, how are you all doing today? This is a very fun game, and I think that I mentioned NL on my last video too, so you know, fanboy. Ignore the way I said that. There's absolutely nothing about me that is off of the straight and narrow. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, just because there isn't. I believe letting people be happy with what they want to be happy doing. Okay, so now he's going to apply a debuff to me. I believe what this debuff is, he's going to permanently negate my damage and my defense. So what I want to do is focus on attacking him right now. Do as much damage as I can while I can. I don't need defense. Not at the moment. I'm going to need it in the future, though. I'll tell you that. The more poison you stack on somebody, like poison doesn't just do 8 damage and then disappear. It does 8 damage, and then when it goes down to 7, it does 7 damage, and when it goes down to 6, it does 6 damage. Basically, what you see is what you get. But since I have even more poison right now, I can keep stacking it on top of him, and he's dead. Like he's just dead. I don't even have to do anything anymore. I'm gonna play this because I love that card, and I'm just gonna strike him because he made me mad. I'm gonna defend myself just because I have the energy to do so. So you can already see what my game plan is. Ooh, toolbox. What is this? This is my first time seeing this. At the start of each combat, add a random colorless card to your hand. That's pretty nice. Let's see. I don't need 2 of these. I don't like this, so I'm taking Flying Knee. Now, should I sleep or should I upgrade? Let me look at smithing real quick, see if there's anything that I would like to smith. Dexterity would be great, because I would like to have +3. Bane would also be great, because I deal a lot of poison damage now, which means that every time that this comes around, I'll be able to deal 20 damage. Well, not every time, but the majority of the time it comes around. And even if I can't deal 20 damage, I'll still be able to deal 10. The bosses on this floor aren't too hard. Let's see. What does maybe apply more poison? It does. 6 damage and more poison. But I also like having more Bane. I don't have anything that really calls for Bane to be upgraded anymore. Let's see. I think at this point I'd rather take the damage on Flying Knee. Yeah, at this point I'd rather take the damage on Flying Knee. I'm about to fight the boss, so it doesn't really matter if I take a lot of damage. Oh god, probably should have rested. This guy is capable of dealing a lot of damage. Blind, apply weak. 2 weak, actually. So let's drink this, get that out of my hand. I don't think I need to use this just yet. He's not attacking. Let's actually do this. Do this. And let's do this. Alright, let's start stacking that poison on real heavy. Alright, so this buff he's about to do is he's gonna give himself spike armor basically. Every time I attack, I'm gonna take 3 damage, which sucks. But you don't need me to tell you that. Okay, but luckily I can do this. This. These and those. This, that, these, and those. Excuse me. I really love this game. Like, this game is extremely fun, and I don't understand why you wouldn't think it's fun. I'm lying to make myself feel better because I do understand why some people wouldn't see it as fun, but man, there's nothing I would rather be doing right now. I mean, granted, I hate that I'm about to take this damage basically for no reason. And yeah, that's not making it any better. And what I'm about to do now isn't gonna make it any better either. He's gonna deal 16 damage to me. And like, this is why I say this guy's extremely hard to beat. If I had known it was gonna be in him, I definitely would have healed. Now I have to deal 40 damage to him to get him to go back to that form. So obviously I play this. Use this. Oh yeah, no. The second he comes out of defensive form, that ability goes away. So I have 20 damage to deal to him. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that. Do that. And then gain 10 block. He's gonna deal 12 damage to me, which means I'm gonna take 2. There's a relic called Unwavering Top, I believe. And it is really, really good. Alright. So since he's not about to attack anymore, I don't really need to apply the weak. But I will just in case. Because this it's gonna last for 2 turns. Actually, right now there's really no need for me to do anything. Because he's just gonna block it. See? But applying the 2 weak is still pretty good. 3 weak? Oh, it's gonna last for 2 turns. I'm on 3 turns. Okay. That's even better than what I expected. So I'm gonna focus on poisoning him even more. Outmaneuver. First, let's defend. Let's do this. And then neutralize. Which didn't take down his defense, so I'm gonna take 5 damage. And next turn he's gonna take 5 damage from poison. I'm not gonna be able to do nearly enough to kill him. So I get this up to 14 defense. Let's poison him even more. And then attack him for 18. And that's all I'm gonna do this time. So I want to save a little bit of defense to take this. Now that he's out of that form, I can attack him freely, but I have to not die. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. Oh, he's gonna deal 12 damage. I can definitely do that. Start off with flying knee. Oh, he's just a dead man. Alright. I guess I was panicking for no reason. Let's go, boys and girls. Whatever. Let's go, fellas. Damn, that's still is a word that implies male. Sorry, people. Doppelganger is really good. I'm definitely taking it. I was not even considering the other ones. I should have went over it. I am sorry. Now, I took this last time. I completely stopped using gold. And I took it at the very beginning, just like now. Granted, I did have 300 and something gold at the time, and I didn't really have anything good to choose over it. Gain energy at the start of each turn. You can no longer use potions. Nah, I'm not giving up potions. This isn't really great, but I like having the energy. The energy is really good. I'm going to lose out on gold, like heavily lose out on gold, but you know, whatevs. Now that you already know what diversity looks like, I'm going to take the path of most resistance, which seems to be starting here. Now, this isn't hubris. This isn't me wanting to build my deck. Huh. Flash of Steel. Deal 3 damage, draw 1 card. That's really nice. So let's start off by doing this. Let's do this. 1. Let's do this. Every time you deal damage to him, he's gonna lose a bit of his defense next turn. So you want to do as much as you can to him. Even if it's not a lot of damage, I gotta play this. I am Not even sorry. I'm going to take 7 damage. I have to get that out at the very beginning, or so I'm going to take a lot more damage over time. Did I draw that? Oh yeah, that was deal 1 damage, draw 1 card. I mean deal X amount of damage, then draw a card. So he's planning on doing 8 damage. Let's see. Let's do this. Flying knee, so I can have 5. Once again, this is just as good as a baseline outmaneuver. Instead of having 5, I can have 7. And then I can still use Survivor, which will completely negate his damage. In turn. And it's starting to look like I'm gonna have a good run again. Which I am excited about. I like having good runs through this game. Which why wouldn't I? Okay, so I get to deal poison. Actually, I just get to play my hand, which actually kind of sucks because I'm not able to do too much to him. But I am able to defend everything, thanks to getting that dexterity +2 out. Sadly, it's a power, so I can't keep using it. But luckily, it's a power, so I don't have to keep using it. So, let's start off with this. In hopes of getting something defensive. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of Bane, because I don't have any poison applied to him just yet. Gonna use this. Get rid of this. And I'm gonna make myself happy next turn. I'm gonna start out with 8, I believe. And if he damages you, he heals himself by that much. Now, right now, being able to start off with all this energy isn't really gonna, make or break anything. But later on, if I get synergy that works out well enough, it could be the difference between life and death. Like, no joke. And he's dead. I could do whatever I want right now. I just want to see what card I'll draw. It was another strike. I'm gonna stab you with poison. Have fun in hell. Okay, I would like to have another one of these. This is, yeah, it's still better. I was about to say it does less damage than the average strike, but it still has that +3 poison, which is going to apply at the end, and it's going to do damage over time. So it's much better. Gain 4 block, next turn 4 block. I like AoE. I really like AoE. I feel like between these 3, I would probably rather go with AoE damage, especially since it's 8. I'm gonna go with AoE. I'm gonna trust my first instinct. Granted, my first instinct was to go for poison gel, but I also didn't see the AoE attack. The second I saw that, I was more excited. Purity, what is this? Choose and exhaust 2 cards in your hand. Exhaust. Oh, okay. That's for like if you get bad cards in your hand or whatever. Curses. That's what they call. It's not or whatever. What are you, a novice? The answer to that is yes, actually. I did not see you. So I'm gonna take damage. I'm gonna take a pretty big hit. But I could deal some damage to them too. Let's see. Will that really be worth it? Whatever they steal from me is just gone. So yeah. Whatever they steal from me is just gone. I'm not gonna be able to take it back because of this little blob right here. But I like having that extra 1 energy. If they steal 100 gold from me, that's just 100 gold down the drain. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I have 6. It's nothing to really think about. Defense 7, and I'm not going to worry about attacking right now. I'm going to worry about doing this for next turn. I'm not really worried about my HP because once again I have regen, and if I play my cards right, which most of the time I'm going to be able to, I'm never really going to have to worry about that. Anything really. So start stacking that poison on. Need to use that. If I had to get rid of anything, it would be defensive cards. Strike, flying knee, outmaneuver. So next turn, if I do get enough damage to kill him, I can play all of it. And I should get enough damage to kill all of them. And just do that just because. It's not going to carry over, which I'm pretty sure I've said before already, but 11. So I have to do a total of 14 damage. I can probably do that, right? Please let me do that. I can do it. I'm glad I saved you. Goodbye. See, now, I just wanted to kill them because I could, but watch this. Straight to the blob. And Eviscerate. There's a really good card. This is Eviscerate Plus. Do 8 damage 3 times. Oh my god. Should I take that? I think I actually don't know. I actually just don't know. This is a hard choice. Draw 1 card, discard 1 card. That could also like come up and help you. And since I don't have the card that I want right now, I feel like I'm not going to end up coming across it. And I think the card I'm thinking of is Well Laid Plans and also Tools of the Trade, which is a character specific card. I think both of those are character specific. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing everything correctly. I'm working on that, by the way. Poison Stab. How often did I have enough to discard? It was discarded that turn, so I have to hope that I get that along with something I can discard. Haven't come across the Chosen in a while. This looks like it was designed by some like kid who worked for the people. Then they just kind of fixed it up a bit and then threw it in. I don't know. It's cute, is what I'm trying to say. But this is the Ironclad. Yeah, it's actually just the Ironclad. Nice. So 5 damage. If he gets attacked 3 times in 1 turn, he's gonna fall. So he's gonna fall. So he's not gonna attack me at all. Sadly, I don't have the specimen, so the poison I apply to him isn't gonna stay. And do I want to outmaneuver after this, or do I want? I think I want to outmaneuver and then just backs out. Jack of all trades, master of none. Add a random colorless card to your hand. Exhaust. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Not just yet, because I'm not gonna be able to play it. I'm probably not gonna be able to play it. Now, typically, what NL would do is he would go through. If he dies, he ends the episode, or if he finishes a level, then he will end the episode. But I like to go through as long as I can and then end it. But actually, now that I think about it, I'm probably gonna end up ending this episode a bit abruptly, like right after this fight. It is very late my time. It is extremely late. It is out actually the next day. So after this fight, I'm gonna end it, but I want to say thank you to everybody who comes by and watches it. I'm sure that the video is gonna end up being just as choppy as the last one, which I apologize about. The Twitch stream goes by relatively smoothly though, so I would really like for all of you to come here by and say hi at least. You know, I would appreciate that. Come say hi to me. Why not? I'll tell you why not. Just in case. What did I get? Poison Stab. Alright. I will take the damage because I want to poison you. I just strike you, outmaneuver, then take the damage. Wait. Oh, I'm hexed. I didn't even realize. I was not paying attention. I was like, why did I just get that? Now I understand. Oh yeah, he makes you vulnerable. I forgot about that. I mean, even if I would have blocked it, I still would have been, you know, like that. See, that's the danger of this card. It only works if you discard a card while it's in your hand. So, it's basically just taking up space right now. Which is really bad, actually. Because I'm going to take a ton of damage. Now a little less, but still a ton. Meta ton. At least next turn will be pretty damn good. I mean, granted, I could have played. I should have played that. I just thought about it. Yeah, that was a huge adrenaline. What is this achievement? Huh. I wonder if y'all can see that. I have both days in my hand. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything to poison him with? No. Alright, let's... Damn, I don't have any of my great cards in my hand right now. That sucks. That sucks, the big one. He is poisoned though, so I can't play this. He's only gonna take 1 damage of poison though. This is whenever I play a skill. Alright. So I just kind of filled my hand with days for no reason. So these 3 cards that are about to come out are just going to be days. And it's completely okay. Alright. Underhanded Strike. Unplayable. If this... Oh yeah, I just unlocked this last time run. If this card is discarded from your hand, deal 10 damage to a random enemy. Unload, deal 12 damage, and discard all cards that are non-attack. I think I'd rather go with Flying Knee. I mean, granted, I could just play around with this until I have 1 mana left and not really care anymore. They have their costs associated with them. But I think it's worth it. So, that's going to be where I'll leave off, people. I really enjoy doing this. So, the more of you that come across it and enjoy watching me, the more, like, I'm not going to say the more that'll make me enjoy it, because I'm going to enjoy this for a very long time. But if I can help bring any type of happiness or enjoyment to anybody else who end up coming across this, hey, just let me know down in the comments. It makes me feel better myself. So, I'm going to end this episode off right now. Stop the stream. And I've had fun these past few days doing this. And this is only the part that only people on YouTube are going to hear. I've been having a lot of fun doing these recordings recently, and they've been keeping me occupied for a while. So I think I'm going to do this for a while. And I hope that I can, you know, garner a following from this. I think that'd be fun. Try to build up a community, rival that of Markipliers. Anyway, I hope you all have a nice day or night, or in my case, morning. And feel free to stop by anytime. I'm always here to lend an ear.